Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle, and today we will practice yoga for balance. This practice is great to do first thing in the morning, or if you're looking for a movement break throughout your day. All you'll need is a little bit of space and a lacrosse ball or some kind of ball to do some myofascial release on the bottoms of our feet. I have a squishier ball here that's a little bigger, and I have one that's a little smaller for a little more targeted release. So grab your things and let's get started. Welcome back, everyone. Place your ball down on the floor. We don't need that for now. We're going to come to mountain pose. Stand equally. Feet will be about hip distance apart. Hands can rest down by your hips, palms facing forward. And just begin to notice what it feels like to balance through both of your feet here. And then we'll begin to play with the balance, shifting the weight side to side, left and right. Shifting it forward and back from the toes to the heels. And then begin to find that natural alignment where you're standing equally between both of your feet. Notice what it feels like to ground your feet into the floor. And then take a full breath in through your nose and a big breath out your mouth. Let it go. Do that twice more. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale, full breath out. Last time, inhale and exhale. And then open your eyes. We'll begin to do a little myofascial release underneath our feet. So place the ball under your left foot and just begin to move that ball forward and back from the toes to the heel, the length of that tissue. The plantar fascia. And you can move it side to side and start to locate a point that feels interesting, and we'll start to pin and hold. So just take some deep, continuous breaths, making sure it's not taking your breath away, that we're breathing through the sensation. And then begin to explore another point, maybe on the toes, from the big toe to the small toe. If you want a little more targeted release, you could take the smaller ball. And again, there's not a wrong way to do this, so just kind of explore what it feels like and take any time that you need there. So take another pin and hold perhaps. Maybe make that movement a little bit quicker, a little sharper. Don't forget about the inside of the arch, the heel area. Just move that ball around in any way that feels good here. We'll take another second to pin and hold one more time. Just breathe. And then release. Come back to your equal stance, samasti to he, and give yourself a little bit of time to breathe and notice what it feels like on the bottom of your left foot compared to the bottom of the right foot in terms of temperature, intensity, awareness. Good, and let's do that same thing on the other side. So take that ball, either the bigger ball or the smaller lacrosse ball, underneath the bottom of the right foot. And again, you'll just move that ball around, forward and back, side to side, and start to find your first interesting point. And then put a little pressure there, shifting the weight into the right foot, breathing deeply into that pressure. And then explore again, maybe around the toes, the arch of the foot, or the heel. It can be quite sensational, especially if you're not used to this. So just make sure you're not going at the most intense point. Maybe go all around the most intense point on your foot. Take another pin and hold just to breathe and notice. Notice how the breath helps create a little more ease when we're holding it. And we'll find that last pin and hold here. Remember to soften muscles in the face, through the forehead and the jaw. Good, and then let's come off that ball, come back to mountain pose, maybe one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, and just breathe. Notice how it feels now. Anything similar or still different between the right and the left foot? Notice now. And then just place those balls to the side. We don't need those anymore. We're going to come down into hands and knees and quadruped. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, and a few cat-cows. So inhale to arch and exhale to round your spine. Do that a few times. Again, moving intuitively. Do what feels good here. Good. Now extend the right leg straight back behind you. Dorsiflexion in the right foot. Toes will point down, and then reach your left arm forward. Find this one long line of energy from your left fingers to the right sole of the foot. Take a few deep breaths here. And then exhale to release. And switch sides. Extend your left leg behind, reach your right arm forward. Find the strength of the backside body. And then exhale to release. From here, come onto that right knee, extend your left leg behind you. You're balancing on the right wrist, the right hand, and then the left arm will reach up. So it's a modified side plank. On your exhale, reach your arm up and over, and inhale, lift your arm straight back up, and then lift your leg up towards the ceiling. You can stay there or bend the knee, reach for the foot. Take a few deep breaths here as you help to open the front of that shoulder, the chest, and the hip flexor area. Good, then extend the leg and exhale to release, hand and knee back to the floor. Let's switch sides. Turn your left foot out, extend your right leg, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Take a few deep breaths here, and then reach your arm over your ear. Inhale, lift back up, lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. You can stay there or bend the knee, reach for your foot, and press your foot into your hand. Couple deep breaths in and out. Good, extend the leg, reach your arm up, and exhale, hand and knee back to quadruped. Sit back towards your heels for a moment. Feel the stretch on the bottoms of your feet. Maybe go forward and back a few times. You want a little more intensity, you can sit up onto your heels. Breathe deeply. If it's too much, just bring your hands back to the floor. From there, come into a quick downward facing dog. Lift your knees and hips up. And then reach your left hand towards your right shin. Come back down and release. Bring your right hand to your left shin across your body. And then release. Walk your feet forward towards your hands. Come to a forward fold. Lift one heel up and then the other. Bend your knees, and hands will come to heart. We're back in mountain pose now. Shift the weight into your right foot. Lift your left heel, and then shift the weight into the left foot. Lift the right heel. And do that a few times. Good, try lifting both heels up towards the ceiling and balance. Good, then release the heels. Lift your left foot up. You can grab behind your thigh for a little more support. or take your arms overhead for less. Good. Begin to extend the legs straight and bend the knees so there's extension and flexion of the knee. Do that one more time. Then hold the legs straight if you'd like that challenge. Maybe take your arms out to the side and then cross your ankle over your thigh, bend your knees, hinge forward from your waist, and take that into that nice hip stretch, standing figure 4. Couple deep breaths here. Then inhale, lift up. Bring your heel behind your seat. Reach back with both of your hands for the top of your foot. Pull your heel to your seat and feel that stretch in the top of the thigh. You can stay there or keep your left hand on your foot, reach your right arm forward, and then start to press foot into hand, arm reaches forward at the same intensity. Couple deep breaths here in your dancer. And come back up. Place both hands back on the top of your foot. Pull your heel a little closer to your seat. And then release your foot and extend it forward. Flex your foot, interlace your fingers behind your back, reach your hands back away from your back, and then point and flex your foot a few times. Hold the point, stand up nice and tall. And then exhale, release, shake that out. Nice work. Other side, lift your right foot up off the ground. Interlace your fingers behind your thigh for more support or reach it up overhead. And then begin to extend and bend your knee a few times. Again, hold the extension. Arms can come out wide. Cross that ankle over your thigh as you start to bend your left knee and hinge forward from your waist. Couple deep breaths here. Inhale, lift up. Bring your heel behind you and then reach back with both of your hands for your foot. Pull your heel to your seat. Feel that nice stretch in the quadricep area in the hip flexor. And then right hand will stay on your foot. Left arm reaches forward and start to hinge forward from your waist. Press your foot into your hand as your opposite arm reaches forward. Give yourself a few deep breaths in your dancer. Nadarajasana. Good. Inhale, lift. Extend your legs straight in front. Interlace your fingers. Reach your hands back. Point and flex your foot a few times. Hold the point. And release your foot. Good. Shift your weight into one leg and then the other. Good, and then lift your right leg up. You're gonna do knee circles here. Just opening up those hips, challenging that balance again. Come back to mountain pose, one hand on heart, one hand on belly. Breathe into your hands. Thank you all so much for practicing with me. Peace to all. Namaste.